It looks perfect. Wait a second. What's that in his stomach? It's the Epstein files.
From disrespecting the host nation in several different ways to seemingly forgetting where he is and just sort of standing there, Donald Trump's visit to Japan has been an absolute disaster for the administration. So when Trump gleefully bragged about acing an MRI test, that just confirmed everybody's suspicion that old McTaco Tits is a few French fries short of a Happy Meal. And despite already going to battle with Trump once, Stephen Colbert didn't shy away from taking jabs at the president. Make sure to subscribe to Really American for the news that Trump doesn't want you to hear.
I want to start tonight by thanking the wonderful people of Japan. They have taken in our president for a couple of days. So the rest of us can just have a little break.
Now, of course, Donald Trump has never been a smart man. We're talking about a person who thinks tariffs are when the other country pays taxes and that Mexico was going to build the wall. So it makes it all the more ironic that while attacking women of color for having low IQs, this idiot ended up just outing himself for having taken a cognition test at Walter Reed.
The exams that I decided to take when I was at Walter Reed, those are very hard, they're really aptitude tests, I guess, in a certain way, but they're cognitive tests. Let AOC go against Trump. Let Jasmine go against Trump. I don't think Jasmine, the first couple of questions are easy, a tiger, an elephant, a giraffe, you know. When you get up to about 5 or 6, and then when you get up to 10 and 20 and 25, they couldn't come close to answering any of those questions.
I just love this video because of the smug, dripping smile he has while admitting that he was taking cognitive tests while doing an MRI at Walter Reed, which he calls an aptitude test, like it told him he was gonna be president. I took a test at Walter Reed that said I'm so smart, I'm gonna be president, and look where I am now. Like, what an idiot. This test, which is a version of the one that Donald Trump took, is not an aptitude test or an IQ test, which, by the way, is basically pseudoscience anyway. I mean, any test that says that Donald Trump is smarter than Jasmine Crockett is obviously bunk. You can see that the very stable genius had to solve mastermind puzzles such as naming 3 animals, drawing a cube, and drawing a clock at a specific time.
The doctor said some of the best reports for the age, some of the best reports they've ever seen.
Yes. Some of the best MRI reports they've ever seen. In fact, we here at The Late Show were able to acquire a copy of Trump's MRI. And it looks perfect. Wait a second. What's that in his stomach? It's the Epstein files. That's where they were.
I just live for the fact that he was in the process of calling other people stupid while revealing this information. AOC hit back with, "Hello, Mr. President. Out of curiosity, did those doctors ask you to draw a clock by any chance? Was that part hard for you too?" Asking for 340 million people. Now, since Donald Trump let slip that he got an MRI during his visit to Walter Reed earlier this month, people have been asking, why? Why did he get the MRI? He didn't exactly tell reporters, opting to say instead, "I think they gave you a very conclusive, nobody has ever given you reports like I gave you," Trump's remarks continued, "and if I didn't think it was going to be good, I wouldn't run. Doctors said some of the best reports for the age." It's actually difficult to understand what he's even saying when he's just written in print like this. But you don't have to know what he said to know that it's a lie. The doctors didn't give us an exact reason why they were using an MRI, but it also could have been used to make sure there wasn't something deeper happening inside the brain.
Quick reminder, people don't just get an MRI. It's usually something you only get when the doctors think something's wrong with you. Scans are typically ordered for disease detection and monitoring or to detect bone or joint abnormalities. Wait a second. Hey. Bone abnormalities? If he aced it, that means his bone spurs are gone. Congratulations, Mr. President. You're going to Vietnam.
And honestly, it seems like all of Hollywood is starting to turn their back on Donald Trump. Not just Stephen Colbert, the notorious liberal. Creator of the massive hit show Yellowstone, Taylor Sheridan, has walked out on Paramount after it's been taken over by super MAGA Trump billionaire David Ellison. You guys may or may not watch Yellowstone, but living in Texas, pretty much everybody here watches it. And as such, it's been branded a red state show or a conservative show. The characters are conservative, the people who work on the show are conservative, the guy who made the show is conservative. And yet, he doesn't want to be associated with MAGA. He told the New York Times that he was apolitical publicly, and then he wanted to show all sides rather than preach to his audience. It's pretty clear from the content that he makes that he probably is conservative, but even still, he's not a part of the MAGA cult like David Ellison, who you may know as the man who just recently canceled Stephen Colbert, as well as just recently appointed MAGA psycho Barry Weiss to head CBS News.
I'm sure he's happy. I mean, he's certainly happy about Ellison taking over Paramount and CBS, so this is more of that, I think. So I'm sure he's happy, if happiness is something that he can ever fully get himself to.
When you see the Barry Weiss hire, what do you think that says about the state of journalism?
I would want to separate out like what job she's been given and the people working really hard. CBS, the reason why it is so alarming is there's amazing work being done at CBS. They will continue to do that work until, worst case scenario, they are unable to do it anymore and people start getting fired or resigning. So up until that point, I'd want to defend very much the fact that great work is happening at CBS News. I hope it can continue to happen under these circumstances. I worry it'll be difficult.
And you'll be there to cover it when they do.
And I'll be there dancing on the ashes.
The clash between Sheridan and Ellison essentially stems from the fact that Ellison is trying to become a massive MAGA media conglomerate. Here's a quote from Puck magazine, who first broke this story. While Ellison is trying to buy all of Warner Brothers and is talking about leveraging his dad's money and his connections to Trump and the tech industry to create a massive Netflix-like player in the streaming wars, Sheridan can become the very big fish in a smaller pond by switching over to Paramount. NBC Universal is treating Sheridan like its own franchise play, which, given his track record, he very much is. Now, this might not seem like a big deal, but it's important to understand the connection between economic industry and fascist ideology. Donald Trump would like nothing more than one of his MAGA sycophants to be in charge of a massive streaming service that is slowly buying up every one of its competitors and becoming a monopoly. He wants the same thing for pretty much every major industry in the United States. That's how his favorite mustachioed painter did it back in the 1930s. But we here at Really American are building a community to help stop that. So if you want to join up, make sure to subscribe and leave us a comment below so we know you're here. I'm Tony Hinderman, and I'll catch you next time.